seems like first half you're in a battle, and then somewhere in the third quarter Gonzaga just takes over and runs away with it. What did you see change in that second half, where maybe you were within single digits most of the first half, and then they just sort of pulled away in that second half?
Yeah, I mean, Gonzaga is a better team. They're the better team today, certainly, and they're better at a lot of positions, and we had. I think we're a little fatigued again. We've consistently had a hard time playing 2 hard games in 3 days. Portland took a lot of energy, physical energy, emotional energy, mental energy, and then their kids come in and they want to play so well against a Gonzaga team, and sometimes it's like you try too hard and then nothing kind of goes your way. And I felt like we didn't play well in the first half at all. We didn't, and that's my fault. We had a game plan, and I thought we kind of were comfortable with what we were going to do defensively, but clearly that was not communicated well because we had a hard time following that. And then second half, there's some turnovers, some bad shots, and then, Gonzaga will do that to you. They'll take advantage. And I thought, Trong had a phenomenal night, which we knew she was capable of, and it was just they're a good team, and they're just coming off of a loss. Gonzaga doesn't lose 2 games in a row very often, so highly motivated team playing today.
It seemed like you guys, every time you get momentum, right, just Jasmine hits a couple of shots, and then it just seems like you couldn't string it together. What does it, against a team like Gonzaga, what does it take to make a run? Because they're so good, you have to really put possession on possession on possession together, and they have to almost be perfect.
Yeah, really small margin for error against a good team, and they have, when you make a mistake, when you take a bad shot, when you miss a shot that you should make, when you make a bad decision on the offensive end of the floor, they're able to turn that around and score an easy transition basket or take advantage of a matchup. And then when you have some mental mistakes on the defensive end of the floor, they obviously in the first half, Trong really took advantage of us. Our goal was to try to hard hedge her coming off of screens and go over the top. Multiple times we were going underneath screens and not very focused in what we're trying to get accomplished on the court. And that is not a team certainly that you can make a lot of mistakes against and be successful.
I'd say one of the bright spots today was Amelie off the bench, 6 points. Caught a couple of rebounds, made those threes that she hasn't really hit this year, was out there comfortably running. Just what did you see from her?
Yeah, no, we talked about that in the locker room after the game. It was great to have Amelie back. I thought she gave us great defensive energy. She was able to knock down a couple shots. She hadn't been shooting well this year, but she got her rhythm back a little bit. I think she looked stronger. She looked more confident in her knee and her ability to move and cut laterally and deal with physicality. So glad to have her back. Hopefully she'll just continue to make strides because she's been over the last couple of years an integral part of our success, and we've kind of had her on again, off again this year. So hopefully she's going to be able to have a strong finish to the season. We've got 6 really challenging games left, and I want to, even though we dropped 2 here at home, our goal is to come out and win these next 6 games. There's a lot of season left, and we can't really dwell on this one for too long. So need to move forward, get ready to play St. Mary's.
You just mentioned St. Mary's. First game was close, that they were able to pull it off here. What are the things that need to be adjusted as to get a win against 2 good teams next week on the road?
Yeah, well, as a coaching staff, we need to do a better job preparing our players to defend Bamberger inside. She just absolutely tore us apart last time, so we need to come up with a better plan for that, make sure we're able to execute it and feel comfortable with that on the floor. And then we've been successful when we have multiple players scoring double figures. We almost need 4 kids a game to score in double figures and not just really rely on Ioana to score all of our points, because that stagnates our offense. So we need to share the ball, find open players, and really shut down their leading scorers, Whedon and Bamberger.